responsibility of safety management in Nigeria, which includes training, certification, setting safety standards, and implementation. In fact, it's a criminal act for you to parade yourself as a safety professional when your name is not enlisted in the register maintained by Iskcon. Now let's talk about what Iskcon is all about. Iskcon majorly talk about setting of safety standards across Nigeria, training on safety, talk about QHSSE, that's training of quality, safety, security, and environment. The major aim of Iskcon is to ensure safety. Iskcon came about knowing that we have to ensure the safety of life, equipment across Nigeria with a four major aims. One, the first is humanitarian reason. It was observed that workers go to work and they come back with injury. They sustain all manner of injury as a result of unsafe practice. So for that reason, humanitarian reason, to avoid injuries to persons or even death, one of the major reasons why HSC was introduced. The second reason is for economic purpose. Every organization is out to make profits, true or false. And we know that accidents result into loss. So Iskcon took their responsibility to train and ensure that all workers across all sectors carry out their work in safe manner to avoid accidents. Now the other reason is for legislation. We have rules and regulations that bind all activity both in the public and private sector. So this will ensure that compliance is being followed by all organizations. Now we'll talk about the last, reputation. We know that for any organization to sustain a good reputation, you must avoid accidents at all costs. So for you to do that, your workers must be trained, all employees must be trained. The white man says if you don't train them, then don't blame them. Now let's talk about Iskcon NYSC collaboration. Part of our acts, the section in our act says we should collaborate with other relevant agencies. And now we talked it twice in the year 2023 to establish a strong collaboration between Iskcon and NYSC. Why? So that we can catch them young. If it has been established now that every organization must have a safety officer, and if that be the case, how do you come in if you are not trained? So Iskcon NYSC went through this collaboration in 2023 to ensure that safety training, certification begins with our core members as early as possible. This is a great privilege that has been brought to you. I remember those days in my NYSC in 1995 at the sharing camp. We were not introduced to safety as it's been introduced to you now. So you have ample privilege of becoming safety officers as early as possible and roll with the profession. So we know that safety is everyone's responsibility, no matter the profession that you are. Safety, we have lawyers as safety members, our members, even fellows. We have communication experts as members of Iskcon. So we know that yes, we said who are those that are supposed to have this certification? Someone might say it's the engineers. No, it's not only the engineers. It's not possible for every profession. An HR that is Iskcon certified has an edge over the other HR who does not have this certification. Now let's talk about the benefits of Iskcon NYSC collaboration. We have a lot of benefits that we're going to just list on. The first one is to promote unity. NYSC talks about unity, and so Iskcon is also talking about unity. So our safety training comes across so many things that we have to learn on how to relate with each other. Aside quality, safety, and other procedures to follow, the ways of communication matters. Now we're talking about promoting safety. Having gone through our safety training, then you are sure that you avoid accidents at all costs in your workplace. We have mentioned before that accident causes loss. Yes, loss of life, loss of assets, loss of reputation, and even pollution to the environment. So when you are certified, you have an edge over your other fellow NYSC club member that is not certified. Then during your service year, this opportunity is for only your service year. Once you are leaving NYSC program, that opportunity of reduction in your training cost is no longer available to you. So you have opportunity to be trained at a reduced cost during your NYSC. So after this, we will be passing our barcode so that you can just register online, come on board with our NYSC platform Lagos State, where you will now be introduced to how to get training and certification. Other benefits of Iskcon NYSC collaboration, this professional development scheme, is that you have opportunity to be mentored. Alright? We have different areas of specialization. So you have opportunity to be mentored by my other colleagues and every one of us, depending on your area of interest. It's also to also give you edge in bidding for contracts. Because now if you have to succeed in your bid for contract, you must be HSC certified. And Iskcon is that body that will satisfy you for you to be able to carry out that activity, because we don't want contractors that will jeopardize things in the country, carry out to activity, polluting our environment and exposing employees to hazard. Alright? Then I'm going to talk about, I'll mention about this safety consciousness. A very important aspect of safety. What is safety consciousness? Somebody might ask. Safety consciousness is a high awareness of hazard and its potential to cause harm. Hazard is everywhere. I say hazard is where? Everywhere. That is the truth. Hazard is everywhere. So it becomes very, very important for you to identify hazard. Having been able to identify hazard, you'll be able to assess it. And it's only the hazard you assess, you can put control measures in place. So it becomes very important for every one of us to undergo this safety training so that we'll be able to know those things that have the potential to cause harm to us, that is hazard, and be able to assess and put the right control measures in place for our safety. Consciousness, information is some primary assignments. The next one is C. We're talking about communication. Safety communication is very important. How do you communicate safety? If you are not trained on how to communicate safety during an emergency, how do you go about your safety? So under Iskcon training, we're going to train you on emergency procedures, how to evacuate when there is an emergency. So it becomes very important for you to undergo this training. Then we'll talk about collaboration. Alright, you must always communicate with others. No one is an island. No one is an island. You have your ideas. Work as a team. Even in safety, we work as a team so that we achieve